Hi, welcome. Today I'm just going to take you through what I call move and release, sort of 15-minute class, around there, about then anyway. Looking to create some freedom through the upper chest and through the thoracic spine and the space between the shoulder blades, really looking to create some freedom here. And for this we'll need a soft but firm, so I've got a soft layer on top for comfort but firm ground, and a couple of small pillows or roll towels, which we're going to start with, to come underneath the armpits now. So we're going to start on the front of the body. So bringing yourself down onto the front of the body, take a little space between the feet and bring in your pillows, your cushions or your roll towels just in front of the armpit so they catch the top of the shoulder. Rest the head to the side and then bring the hands, palms facing the sky, either side of the hips, and just take a few breaths. And as much as the body will allow, see if you can give up the weight of those shoulders into the support of the cushions or the pillows. Sometimes just feeling into the breath can really help support that release, that holding in the muscles. So invite a smoothness to the breathing. Throat soft, facial muscles relaxed. And very gradually just turning the head to the other side and just repeating, just finding that smooth, consistent breath as you let gravity just create a little opening across the upper back, and the position of the cushions or towels create a little opening across the upper chest. And you could always have this just as a practice on its own for a few minutes more, or you can follow on with me now. So just gradually just moving those cushions out of the way. I'm going to lie still on the front of the body. I'm going to turn my head towards the right, and I'm now going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it down by my hip. So I'm going to turn the palm towards the sky and rest the left hand by my hip, but a little way away from the body. So if I show you with my right, it's not really close to the body, there's a little bit of space. I might even like to bend that left elbow a little bit that's behind me now. I'm going to bring my right knee up towards my body. Now if that's not comfortable for the knee, you can just turn the toes, the right toes out to the right and keep the leg long. But if it's available, just sliding that knee up and just taking a moment. Again, just feeling the ground, smooth breath, and letting go of tension through the muscles. When you're ready, you slide onto the palm of the right hand, so the right elbow is towards the sky, and keeping that gaze along the ground and the head really soft. Begin to press down through the right hand. Feel the body rolling a little bit towards the left shoulder, and then give up the press. So you're sort of rocking towards and away from the ground. Now you decide how much you press into the ground. This may be enough, sensation enough for the body. And you can rest at any time you want, again, by just coming down and taking a moment to let the shoulder relax. Otherwise, from here, we're going to shift the weight onto the left hip so we can bring both knees and ankles to sit roughly on top of one another. And come back onto the palm of that right hand. We've got the left arm behind us. This is a big stretch through the front of the left shoulder. The head and neck is heavy on the ground.
And we can slip the top leg, depending on how the body feels, we can slip the top knee just behind the bottom knee. In fact, I'm resting my knee onto the calf. And I'm going to bring my right hand just onto the hip. I'm just going to begin to play with the right shoulder, bringing the shoulder towards the ground. And then rolling the shoulder back. Again, no need to instruct the head. We're just moving very slowly, paying attention to all of the sensations and rolling the shoulder back. You may also, as you roll the shoulder back, like to roll onto the inner edge and then the sole of that right foot. So as if you're really opening through the hip, through the chest. This can feel very deep for the shoulder, very deep for the chest, so really go easy. It may not be appropriate to bring the legs in. You may just want to work with the shoulder. As you bring the hip in, you're moving more weight towards the back of the body. Anywhere along the journey you can pause, just keeping that breath really consistent. Come in and out as much as you would like. And when you're familiar with these movements, you can choose the ones obviously that you want to spend longer in. But we're going to move towards the other side when we're ready. So if the knees have been moving, let the knees come and feet come to rest on one another. Bring that right hand down. Lengthen the legs away behind you and you'll just roll onto your belly. Turn your head towards the left. Just rest both arms, palms towards the sky. Keep that right arm where it is, a little way away from the body. Maybe bend the elbow a little bit. Slide onto the palm now of the left hand and bend the left knee, if that's available, and slide it up towards the left hip. Otherwise, just resting onto the inner edge of the left foot. Gazing along the ground with the head heavy, pressing down through. That left hand rolling towards the right and then rolling back towards the ground as you give up the press. Smooth breath. And you may just want to be staying here and just resting when you want to, slipping back onto that left elbow. Or you might want to bring the right knee up to sit underneath the left to start. And again, pressing down through the left arm, maybe bringing the left hand onto the hip, just giving away the weight of the left elbow behind you, and then bringing the shoulder and elbow toward the ground, and then rolling them behind you. Meeting the level of sensation that you want to meet with this. If you want to slip the top foot, the left foot, onto the ground, staying on the inner edge, or maybe rolling towards the sole of the foot, as you let that left elbow fall behind you, just moving with great awareness of the intensity of stretches. So we're moving in towards and away all the time. We don't want to spend too long. It's just a sort of encouragement of space rather than staying in that hanging. One more time. And then letting the knees and feet come toward one another, taking the left hand onto the ground again, lengthening the legs as you roll on to the back. And maybe just deciding where you want the hands to be. Maybe make a pillow with the hands, take a few breaths. Then we will come up from here into the forearms, press through the forearms, lift the bottom, walk the knees in. Walk the knees in. And we will take from all fours, take the left hand underneath the right and slide the arm away. Drop onto the shoulder and then roll over the shoulder to bring the head to the ground. Right hand on the ground, palm on the floor if that's comfortable, or reach the arm away and just have a little swing through the hips, a little gentle swing through the hips. And just maybe have a little movement however you like over that shoulder on the ground. So I'm going to press a little bit again through my right palm, roll the weight towards the left shoulder, and then roll away back towards the ground. Head super heavy. One more. Then I'm going to sit the weight of my bottom back towards my heels, roll over the shoulder, head heavy, and then shift the weight forward again, roll over the shoulder, head heavy. Press down through the right hand to transition to do the same on the other side. Come up for a moment, just notice how it feels from left to right. Maybe roll the shoulders together. Take any other little movements you might like to. And then slip the right hand underneath the body, roll it away. Drop onto the right shoulder, roll over the right shoulder, and rest heavy onto the right side of the head. Decide if you want to rest onto the palm of the left hand and keep it near the face, whether you want to slide that left palm away, lengthen the arm, and then have a little play of moving the hips from side to side. How that feels. I'm going to slide the left palm onto the ground in front of the face. I'm going to push through it and just rock the weight towards the right side and then come away. Smooth breath as you move. And really all the while you're deciding and just feeling into the body, just noticing those feelings of spaciousness. And we want to stick with the spacious feeling more than we want to create a sense of anxiety, if you like, through stretch. We're really looking to stay with spreading and spaciousness. Good. And then let the weight of the bottom drop back towards the heels. And then roll over the shoulder, shift the weight again forward onto the head. From here, move the knees to that right side so that you can just roll over onto your back. So we just come to close practice. So we're going to wrap one arm over the other and slip the fingertips underneath the shoulder blades if we can. And just take a few breaths here, really feeling the rib cage and imagining it moving out towards the palms of the hands. So using that smooth and consistent breath to create space. Crossing the arms the other way when you're ready. A few more breaths this side. Breathing into the palms of the hands. Letting the hands just come down, letting the shoulders rest, maybe resting the hands onto the belly, maybe taking the hands either side of the body. And just closing here by taking a few minutes just to stay with that smooth and steady breath, just to let gravity just naturally bring space to the body. Taking as long as you want here to feel that the practice is closed appropriately for you and that you feel satisfied. And in your own time, as I am doing now, you are welcome just to roll to the side and come up to close practice for yourself. Thank you.